Erica Olsen, and welcome to Inside SoCal. Earth Day is just around the corner. It's a time to recognize our planet and all of the ways that we can make it better. But the people you'll meet today hope that you make Earth Day every day. Chef Jason, thank you so much for having us out to the brand new Sugar Palm at the Viceroy Santa Monica. This is beautiful. Talk about what you're doing here.
What we're doing is sustainable coastal cuisine. Sustainability is not just about using every part of the ingredient or of a plant, for example, but actually reusing it. There are so many little things we can do in terms of what parts of the plant to use. So what I'm making for you today is a salmon poke. We have the Pacific Chinook salmon, but when we use the salmon, we use every part of the salmon. We do get the salmon whole, so we skin it. We use the bones to make a broth.
Oh, good idea.
And that broth, we mix in with seaweed, and we make tamales with it. Instead of using just water, we use the salmon broth itself.
That's so smart.
We roast the skin, and that skin is actually the finishing garnish.
Oh my gosh.
For the tamale.
That's
so
brilliant.
it's like chicharron.
Yeah.
It mimics bacon bits.
I love that idea.
So it imparts an extra flavor in it, and there's no waste in it.
Just so you know, officially my mouth is watering.
It's important to plate this to order.
I love how everything is so bright and colorful too.
It's springtime, so we try to incorporate a lot of our colors.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
Gorgeous.
Our salmon poke dish. Sustainability doesn't just stop at food for us. It extends all the way to our bar program as well. In this drink, for example, we used compost material from the lemon, the rind, the skin, everything. We blended that into lemon water. And we made a juice that we put into our gin drink, which is called the Botanist. And cheers to sustainable drinking.
I'll drink to that, Chef.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
So LA Compost is a nonprofit located in LA County. Our mission is to connect the residents of Los Angeles with soil and with each other.
Why is composting important for the environment?
Yeah, great question. So when we throw our food scraps just straight into the trash, it sits in those plastic bags and it goes and gets sent off to a landfill. When those food scraps go to the landfill and just sit in those plastic bags, they don't decompose properly, and actually what they do is create methane. Methane is an even more potent greenhouse gas than CO2. So if we're able to take our food scraps from our kitchen and put them straight into our compost pile, not only are we preventing all of those greenhouse gases, but we're also creating a healthy soil that we can use to grow food for ourselves and for others. So compost, the recipe that we follow really consists of 4 main ingredients. It's your food scraps, number 1. It's your brown material, so dried leaves, sticks, newspaper, cardboard, and then in addition, water and oxygen.
Now, just to show you how easy composting is, Gina here is going to walk us through everything we need, which is this.
Yes, it is simple. The number 1 ingredient is our food scraps. And so this can be anything from the things you see here, avocado pits, orange peels, anything in the back of the fridge that you weren't able to eat that week. Those are the materials that you can collect in your home. You can also use something as simple as a paper bag. And then when you compost, you can actually just rip up that paper bag and compost with it. So that makes it even easier. One of the tips that we always tell drop-off members is to freeze your food scraps. And I know this sounds weird, but if you have a little bit of extra space in your freezer, it's worth it. And the reason is, if you have this sitting on your counter for a few days, you know what's going to happen. You're going to start to attract flies, it's going to get smelly, things are going to start to rot. And then after about 6 months, we get this beautiful finished material.
Wow.
And this is our finished compost that can go straight onto our fruit trees and our garden, anywhere in the landscape. So in addition to our community hubs, we also have regional hubs. And so we are at 3 different farmers market locations. We're looking to expand to 10 this year. I think what LA Compost really offers is this opportunity to look beyond just, seed to plate, but what happens after the plate? Where does our food go? What happens to, the waste, the apple cores, all of those different things? And how can we really make that impact in our small little ways?
For ways you can get involved in Earth Day, visit cbsla.com/InsideSoCal. I'm Erica Olsen. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be back with more next Sunday.
Inside SoCal is presented by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.